After the show, it's the after party.
We wanna party.
The After Party Podcast with Freddie Mac and Nat.
What number are we at?
98, 99?
This is episode
99.
99.
99.
Yeah, 99.
99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Ayo. And I'm excited. I got a lot to tell you.
Let's start.
Okay.
Where do you want to start from?
Okay,
By the way, welcome to the after party.
Yes.
I'm Freddie Mac.
And I'm Natalie. And last night, I got to babysit Freddie's baby Cam.
Sure did.
And it was a huge honor. And I love your son.
Honor.
It really was. I mean it.
It has been bestowed upon you.
Yes. I think anytime you trust, you don't just let anybody babysit. And I was very, very honored that you trusted me to babysit your kid.
Take my double-edged sword and anoint you
Yes.
like they did in medieval times, both your shoulders. It is an honor. No, it's true. You don't
Really
want
was.
anybody just watching your kids. And when thinking about trying to take my wife out for dinner, and my initial thoughts was like, okay, well, Cam's coming with us, and you threw out some restaurants, and I was like, well, have you ever seen a high chair there, or whatever? And then we went through the whole thing, and then you offered to watch him, and you were supposed to watch him like a couple of weeks ago, but I got some dates mixed up, and we didn't need you to. But I'm so glad you were open and available this time.
Yes, me too. I feel like one of my favorite things to do. I always offer to people, like, please let me babysit your kids so you guys can go out and have a good time.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. It gives me an excuse to stay in, please.
To not go out.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm out all the time. There's always stuff to do.
He's at that stage now, too, where he's 7 months, so he's really only familiar with our home. So that was even better. Like, that was another level of you're willing to come to our house where he's comfortable and it's the only place he knows. So, yeah, Natalie came to our house and watched Cam last night. So what did you think?
This child
You hated
is
it.
the biggest baby biggest 7-month-old I have ever met in my entire life. He's so big. He was so heavy and like I couldn't handle him with one arm while you're feeding him. You hold in one arm, then you use the bottle in the other hand. I couldn't handle it. I had to sit down, and even then he was like, yo, just I couldn't contain him.
He's
Like
got
the
a
whole
mind.
time I was holding him while he was drinking a bottle, I was kind of just supervising, just like making sure he's fine.
Because he's the type, he's independent. He thinks he is.
Yes,
He wants to do it on his
so
own. He
is.
holds the bottle up to his mouth.
Oh, he uses it with one hand.
Yeah.
All right. This is how he held the bottle. Okay. I give it to him. He takes it out of my hand with his left hand, he's laying down, turns his head away from me, drinks the bottle, sucks it down, face smash is what I say. And then on his right hand, he kind of had it held out like, yo, stay back. I got this.
Yeah.
I got this. And he just took it to the face straight up. There was no just enjoying, took it down as fast as he could and then put it down and was like, all right, I'm back in the game. Let's go.
Rock star.
Let's go. And he just wants to walk. All he wants to do is walk. He's
wants to
just
be on his feet.
a hair away from crawling.
I've thought about this time. You said this earlier, and I thought about this a couple of different times. I was like, what if on the off chance, because I've heard of it happening before, that a baby walks before he crawls. Mm-hmm. Because I will walk around and kind of guide him by holding his hands or his arms above his head and guiding him as he walks and takes a couple steps. Mm-hmm. And he's not crawling yet, but he's in that position often where he looks like he's about to crawl, but he's not there yet.
I mean, he's right there. He might have crawled today when you were at work. I hope not. But I'm telling you, it can happen any minute.
I just don't want to miss it.
Any minute.
I am legit a little worried that I might miss it.
For the first time, but there'll be a first time for you.
I know, but I just
I'm
want to
trying
be
to just be supportive.
24/7. I want to be there or have a camera on him or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Anyway, I was told Natalie don't tell me if he crawls while we're gone. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that I missed it.
Yeah.
Even if he's home with my wife and I'm at work or somewhere, I don't want to know. I want to know, but I don't because I don't want to know that I missed it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never felt that before until he started doing that little motion yesterday. A little, what do you even call that? That little thrust.
He
body
is,
thrust.
He is there. He is pretty much.
Made me nervous.
I mean,
I stopped.
I thought for sure he was going to.
I was ironing my shirt and I stopped and stared at him like there on the carpet because I was like, are you about to do what I think you're about to do? I just stared at him, just kind of like, the shirt can wait. If you're about to lunge, I gotta call your mom in here. So let me know, Cam.
Now you're gonna have to like really, really, really start baby proofing. You know, like I saw your coffee table. That's gotta go. I'm telling you, that's gonna have to go as soon as he starts being more mobile.
I know. See, that doesn't fall on me. That responsibility falls totally on my wife, Katie. She is the interior decorator god of the house. So I know my sister-in-law, they were in town over the weekend, and she was talking about, you should, when you're going to get like a baby gate, not baby gate, but like one of those little play gates.
Yeah.
Where it puts them in like a little octagon type of situation. And Katie's just like not the type for that. I don't know if she's not the type for that. I think she's not really interested in like yellow, red, blue, like all those colors, the primary
baby colors.
She wants like one solid color and probably like an olive green.
Yeah.
Right?
Something that fits the aesthetic.
Exactly.
But the good thing about it is she's not the only one now who, that's kind of how like, I feel like that's available now. I feel like when we were kids, when I was a kid, it was like only really rich people had that option to have like their baby things look like their home. And now it's kind of like for everybody, you know?
I still think I might be on that really rich people can afford the... I don't know, but just tell me that so I feel better about the possibility of this, aesthetically pleasing, expensive baby stuff not being so expensive.
Wait,
I'm just hoping it's not as good because we're not rich.
Well, you know what? Babies are expensive.
Yeah, I know. That's why the baby gates don't need to be even more expensive.
But if you invest in a good one now, by the time you get the next one, you don't have to.
You sound like
that's what everybody says,
wife,
but that's
Katie.
True.
She goes, that's pretty much what everything. The clothes, and I get it, but it's
also,
like, I'm not there yet. I'm not thinking about it in the future. I want something that's durable for now, sure. But I'm not like, it's going to last for generations, and we could pass it down to the grandkids. I'm like, whoa. Hold on a second. Let's take a step back here.
And also, like, that's probably ain't going to happen.
What's that?
I said, people always say that, but that like, the chances of that actually happening.
Oh, slim.
Yeah.
And some certain things, and I will give my wife credit, though. She'll get things and say, I bought this and I got it on sale or I found a coupon, blah, 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 if it was a little bit more expensive of a thing. And say, the good thing is, when we have our next kid, immediately she almost loses me right there. But she'll say, they can wear this, and I got this color so that it wouldn't be too boyish or too girlish or whatever. Because we don't know when we're going to have another kid, but you don't know if we're going to have a boy or a girl. So,
yeah,
you want something that can last, even if you have a different gender of a kid. So, getting there. But we're talking about baby proofing.
We'll see how it goes. Y'all want to start baby proofing.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll see how it goes. Like those sharp corners on the table, like you were saying.
Yeah. All of Katie's stuff on the it's not her stuff. What, I hate to say it like that. I'm not putting any blame on this stuff, but like all the decorations that are within his reach.
It's her stuff.
Oh, stop.
No, none of that stuff is mine.
All of the decorations within his reach.
None of
those magazines I was looking through, he's going to rip those things to shreds.
Those are all hers. All the magazines, the pictures, the frames, the decor. Like, only thing that's mine there in the living room is the TV, the Xbox, the vinyls. That's it.
You want to get those up off the ground also.
That's true, too, yeah.
So embryonic so much. Also, this is something else I haven't told you yet.
Okay.
I put him on the ground when I was making his bottle and his water and stuff. He really likes the ground. I feel like he was felt some freedom.
It's crazy.
He felt some, probably because he's like, I want to crawl across this stuff.
Is that what he's saying?
Probably. I don't know.
Like, put me down so I can do my thing.
Yes. Yo.
Oh, man.
And he can pull himself up. He loved pulling himself up.
Yeah.
But this is another thing. At one point, I sat him on he sat on my lap, and we sat at the kitchen table, and I just pounded on the table, and then he would mimic what I pounded.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like, 1, 2, 3. Then he would be like,
Yeah.
And we went back and forth, and he loved it. So you were a drummer also, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, he's a drummer. He just loved the pounding. Then every time I pounded, he was like, oh! And he would just watch though, but he would stop. It stopped him in his tracks. And then he would do it.
That's so great.
It was crazy.
He's a smart kid, man.
Is.
And I don't know that I've done that. I've done if he makes a noise like,
yeah.
I'll make the same noise and the same tone and everything back to
Yeah.
him, and then he'll keep doing it, and we'll just go back and forth like that. But seeing him mimicking like banging on the table type of thing, that's different. I don't know if I've seen him do that
I feel like
yet.
that's a bit. I can
That's
just
really cool.
tell. I was just trying to, because he was fussy for a while, and I was just trying to be like, what would he want to do? Let's just figure this out.
I know, man.
But he really liked that, and also the baby noises. So he fell asleep, and I was holding him because, his bedtime routine was all out of whack, and he made so many noises when I was pretending to sleep. He made so many noises during that time.
Like talking or just mouth.
I think maybe that's when he's getting
noises.
trying to get my attention. I was like, I'm sleeping.
He's
I'm
He's like
sleeping.
talking to you.
What's up?
He's like, hey, over here. Look at me. Open your eyes. You're not asleep. That's so funny. I've thought
Yeah,
about that
it's
a
so
couple of
cute.
different times, like what you ended up doing, which I felt like was some kind of hack.
Oh, falling asleep?
Putting him to sleep. Yeah. So, yeah, you tell it. Like, just how you were trying to put him to sleep.
So I was trying. Yeah, he got really, really restlessly fussy, but he had already had his bottle, and he had already done all the nighttime things because I did it out of order, like an idiot. But regardless, but he couldn't. Like, he didn't want me to put him down, and he kept digging his head into my like nook, but then also being like, get away, but don't. It was So I put him down in his crib, and I was like, I'll give him 5 minutes and then tire him out a little bit, then I'll pick him back up. So I do that, and then I sit down on the couch, and I was holding him, and he was looking at me, and I pretended to fall asleep, and then just waited there for him to fall asleep, and he eventually did, like, really quickly. Within 10 minutes, he was asleep.
Magic.
He was totally asleep.
And it's
it was
something
cute.
I've thought about.
And I kept like peeking my eye open just a little bit to see. And he was definitely like looking at me like, yo, what's she doing?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what up?
Should I do the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
And then he
Totally
did it.
worked.
Damn,
Also,
that's
it helps.
crazy.
Also, what helps with that is when you're holding babe, trying to get him to sleep, which I'm sure you already do, and I don't want to insult your intelligence, but I've just
go
like
for
had
it.
to make so many strangers' babies fall asleep. Is if you just give them like little itty bitty baby massages on their scalp and on their face, especially on their face like this, on their cheeks. And Cam's got some cheeks. He's got some surface area.
He does.
Puts them to sleep every time. I've never met a baby that didn't work with. Just roll up
Dang.
your hands, especially when you like if this is the top of their scalp, you put your hands on like that, then let your hands expand.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm sure
I
you
like
already
that.
do. Yeah.
I
Okay.
like that for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
That's dope.
the face rub really helps, especially if you're trying to just gently
Yeah.
over every time.
You know what? My wife sent me this Instagram story of a blogger she likes, and I forget why she was talking about. Oh, I guess she was filming her husband rubbing her daughter's or their son's arm, trying to put him to sleep. He was like he was like a little kid, but in the what she had typed on her story in that video was whatever their son's name is loves getting his arm rubbed or tickled when he's trying to go to sleep. And she said also that when her and her now husband, when they hooked up for the first time, he like asked her to rub his back or rub his arm and like kind of tickle it, like gently run her
bish,
fingernails
that's what
over.
you call it,
Yeah,
bish.
I don't know what it called. My
Yeah,
wife calls
whatever.
it tickle, but
Yeah.
I had never heard of anything like that because my parents didn't love me this way. No, so I had never heard anything like that. But my wife is a lot like that. She wants to, can you like tickle my arm, like help me fall asleep? And so I guess her mom did it to her when she was younger. But it was funny when she sent me the Instagram story of some famous vlogger.
Yeah.
They do the same, or their kids want the same thing, or her husband wants the same thing. I think
Do it.
you know,
I think the physical touch like that is important.
it's going to become a thing.
It is. You know what? My mom said when she had me, so I was the third one. She said, she had me when she was like 26, I
Yeah.
think. Pardon. She had just read some like hippie book about massaging babies.
Yeah.
And so she massaged me as an infant and all through my upbringing, gave me like a baby massage and like rubbed me a lot all the time. And now I am obsessed with getting massages. So I had my first professional massage when I was in the 8th grade. And
That's
now
crazy.
when I date men, if they won't rub my back or my feet, then it just won't work.
You know that's
Oh, it's huge. That's
you're not going to
very,
be able to fill my love tank, Jack.
very important to me. I'm like, you won't rub my back? Because I'm going to rub yours. You're not going to rub my back? You're not into this? No way. hell no, there's no way this is gonna work. Goodbye.
You gotta give and get.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the same way.
But I love it now,
It's
and
imperative.
I'm also the chillest one in my family, believe it or not. But I'm like the most calm,
Like overall, or just when it comes to that?
like calm-mannered, easygoing, always the peacekeeper, and I do believe it has a lot to do with the fact that she like chilled me out and it brought me so much joy as a kid. Now it's just
Changes you.
happier. I'm definitely the happiest, the joyous one.
Yeah. No, sometimes like my wife, I was like, can you run my back? And she's kind of scarred from it because growing up, her dad would always make her and her sister, like he would lay on the carpet or whatever and scratch his back.
Oh yeah, gross.
So I don't know, shirt on, shirt off or whatever, but she's just back scratched out for life.
Yep.
You know what I mean? She's like, oh, he just used to make me do it all the time. And I'm like, yo, can you scratch my back? I don't. Can you scratch my back though? I'm like, come on. So, and I was like, why don't you like doing it? And I asked her one day, and it was because her dad used to always have them do it to him, to scratch his back or whatever.
I feel that same way, though. My mom definitely scarred us in that same way, made us massage her all the time. But I still like receiving a lot. I just really hate giving, but I begrudgingly will do it first.
Same.
So that if you do it to me, say
right. Don't fall asleep while I'm doing it, though.
Yeah.
Because you gotta pay back. You gotta give me my back scratch or massage or whatever.
That's why you always have to negotiate that you're the first person.
Negotiate.
Always.
Yeah, this is true, though.
Because there's nothing worse than getting a massage and getting all relaxed and having to like massage somebody else afterwards. It's the worst.
Yeah. Absolute
worst.
Well, that's what they think when it's that way around. But you got to negotiate that to begin with.
Exactly.
So they know what they got into, what they agreed upon.
That's why you always bring the first one to bring it up. Be like, hey, you want to do back rubs? I'll do you first. Right now. Want to do it now? Then you get me next? All right, great.
This is so smart. Yeah. I mean, like, it's true. It's just I never thought that much into it before.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always on the losing end of that. When she asked me first.
Yeah, you got to be
Katie
first.
asked me first. And I'm like,
that's first.
Right?
And
I don't ever want to. But I'm like, can you scratch my back after? But usually she's falling asleep or she's like, like, I'm like, damn it, I lost. Shit.
This is how you negotiate even better. Be like, you want to time it out? I'll do you 20 minutes. You do me just 10. Okay?
And then that 10 minutes is going to go by fast.
It is.
You got to actually put,
or put it more, be like 30 minutes, but whatever it is, you do them for longer. And then the more that you do that, the more they're like, well, I guess she always does it more longer.
You put the timer on or no?
It's like giving more than you get. And then it'll always come back to you in the back.
That's true. But I don't know. I mean, do you put the timer on?
I mean,
just look at the clock.
No, we would really put the timers on.
Actually put the time. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
I take this seriously. Obviously, I'm way into the back rub game.
I like it though. You have to. I know how things roll in my house, so it's like I got to put the timer on because I'll be like, yeah, can you do me for 10 minutes, and then she'll do 4 and be like, that was 10 minutes. I'm like, are you serious? No, it's not. So I got to put the timer.
Put the timer on just to be sure. Always just be sure. And like always growing up, okay, my family. I mean, always growing up, we would always we would always like rub my mom's back, and then us kids started rubbing each other's backs all the time too. And then my mom and I would do it for an hour.
Whoa.
An hour each when we were kids. And now I hate it. And now like I hate rubbing other people's backs so much. But I'm not going to lie, I'm really good at it.
I get like why you might, because you're kind of scarred from like doing your parents. Like Katie scratched her dad's back growing up, her and her sister, like they don't want to.
Right? And you like couldn't say no. You're just like, I don't want to do it. God,
yeah. And see, I don't have that situation. Sorry, this is a fungi commercial on TV right now. Come on, man.
Why
do they have to show that?
On
freaking
Fox News to begin with? Yo, we can't figure out how to change.
I don't want this on my TV.
We can't figure out how to change the station.
It's always on Fox News in here.
We're going to have to put in a request.
Seriously. We have to
IT.
Change it to anything but
anything but Fox News. Let's look at Tucker Carlson one more goddamn time.
Oh, geez. And Candace Owens. Here we go. All right. But yeah, so I don't have that situation. Like I didn't get scarred by that growing up. My parents didn't ask me to rub their back. My mom actually said like
perfect.
My mom would be like laying down or sitting down on the couch, whatever, and we would like I would go tickle her feet, just playing around. She would say when I was in college, "You want to go back to college with no teeth?" She was like threatening to kick me in the mouth. You know, they didn't like it was. I don't want to sound like they didn't want me touching them or they didn't, like that kind of thing. But like I'm full of. I love getting my back scratched, and I don't
Yeah.
mind doing it either. I don't have any scarring situations like you and my wife.
I feel like you have zero scarring situations from your upbringing.
Nah, if I think about it long enough, I'll think of something.
I think you have such a great attitude about, you don't even have any like anger or resentment for the fact that you didn't do half the things everybody else did.
Well, looking back, it's because I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, I'll do it myself now.
I know.
And it's just looking back on it, it's funny to me.
Yeah.
And maybe that has something to do with some deep down trauma or something. I don't know. But it's just funny. It's just hilarious now. It's like, you didn't do that. You never did that. Your dad used to say what to you about it's just all hilarious to me. Getting in trouble for half the shit I got in trouble for it's hilarious now.
I think it's because like it all came with good intention, you know?
I guess, yeah, it was out of love.
Yes, it was.
I suppose so. I haven't really thought about it.
Very
It's
much
just
so.
funny. All of it is just so hilarious to me. And
Yeah.
I like sharing those stories because they're just funny to me.
They're
so
great,
hopefully other
yeah.
people find it funny. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have any rub my back for 2 hours. Like, you know what I mean?
An hour. Back rubs, Naddle? Sure.
She called you Naddle?
Yeah. No, but I love it. But then
Do you hate being called Naddle now? If
No,
somebody
I
would
love
call
it.
you-
It's my
okay.
favorite. It's
I didn't
my
know if that was
favorite-
part of it. Okay.
favorite nickname, but that's for like family and like
Gotcha, yeah.
partners, you know. But I loved it when I got older because I like wouldn't want to do my homework. Then mom would be like, "Naddle, back rubs." Like, sure. You want to do an hour? Yeah, let's do an hour. I don't want to do any of my homework.
I got homework I'm trying to stay away from.
Yeah, and I'll be like, it's 8. Now looking back now, I procrastinated so much. I hated homework. I hated sitting in class. I could never sit still for an hour or an hour and a half. Our blocks were an hour and a half long.
That's a long time.
And like,
I remember those days.
but now looking back, it's like just procrastination in general. I feel like I don't procrastinate as much anymore. I just legitimately forget about stuff and just like don't do it. But like,
Unless you write it down.
yes, but like mad procrastination every day, and it's like you're gonna have to do it at some point,
Look at all
Just
these things that
do
stem from
it.
our childhood.
right?
Right? The back rubs, the back scratches, massages and stuff. The procrastination because you were given the back rubs.
Yeah, like it just doesn't all make sense, Natalie. I'm glad. Like it just doesn't. What were you thinking? But I guess that's hello.
That's
I'm a
funny.
decade behind everybody else and coming to all these life
No,
epiphanies.
no.
Hold on, I'm saying this as fact because I feel like my college and partying experience. In college, I had so many responsibilities. I mean, I still rage, but like,
Yeah.
really, my fun time was I feel like when I was like traveling around like a madwoman for like 7 years, just having a blast. And this-
Yeah, but here's the thing though, with people saying like you saying 10 years behind, what, like married people with kids and stuff?
but during
here's
that
the thing.
time, I wasn't
Here's the thing.
saving or investing or like I didn't have a car payment. You know what I mean?
But some of the people that you're probably comparing yourself to, maybe
I'm not comparing myself to anyone.
Maybe that's not the right word, but some of these people you're thinking of when you say that.
I'm not. I'm just thinking of fact, just like my
Okay.
life.
In general, no specific
Yes.
person,
Okay, yeah,
but
yeah.
someone that's 10 years or in same age as you, with married, with kids, house, investments, whatever the hell. They probably wish they had done life a little differently.
Probably. I'm just
There's
saying
a lot of people that I think wish they had the life you had. Because I feel like you lived a very fulfilled life, like in that time.
I know.
doing
We were
things
talking about this
differently.
earlier. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? Now it's expensive. Now all at once, I have to buy a whole new house full of furniture and all of the things that fit inside of it. But I have expensive taste now. You know, when you were younger, you started off with shitty stuff, then you eventually just like got nicer things. You know what I mean? I'm off the get go. I got expensive taste. X amount of budget, and I'm also like an adult. So when I'm 36 years old, or however old I am, bringing like somebody over to my house, like I honestly think like, well, I can't have like, I mean, I'm like a grown ass woman. You know what I mean? I want to have like grown ass stuff, but then I'm also like, fuck, this is expensive.
It really
Man,
is.
if
Yeah.
I was already in my career for 10 years and my finances have been saving or what, you know what I mean? So that's where I find myself down. That's why I say like, yo, I'm behind in that realm, and it's just annoying. It's just the fact that I like to complain about it because complaining about something just makes it feel
Kind
better.
of feels good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, for sure.
But you know what I'm saying. Anyway, a decade behind on that type of stuff. God damn.
So is this also you saying you're just trying to remodel right now because you feel like your furniture is young?
A little bit. I think I grew out of that.
You don't have like a Dora the Explorer comforter on your bed, anything nuts like that. So I think you're getting by, you know?
I know. I'm just
and you don't have to do it all at once. You do little bit by little.
It's
Let
true.
my wife tell you. She's the interior person. Like, she will get these little staple pieces. Oh, my God. And it'll change the whole room.
Oh, my
like
God.
one little piece here, a little something there. You can spruce it up this way.
Okay.
Get this. You can get this. It's the same as the more expensive one, but you pay less for it. Like, she's in that
talk
world,
to her
too.
about this. See?
Oh,
She knows what's up. This is the first time I've ever bought furniture. And all the furniture that I have was bought for me from our because my boss was like, you cannot live the way you're living, because I was living like a scavenger.
Dora the Explorer.
And she was just like, Natalie, literally like Dora the Explorer. I came home with like, in my shitty ass car, I had nothing else, just my car.
Yeah.
Anyway, but then all the stuff she bought for me, like, whatever. I'm just replacing it all now. And right now I saw this, like today, I saw this rug I really liked, and it was $600. And I was like, the fuck is $600? Is this what everybody else has been doing the whole time?
See, this is what I learned from Katie. Like, there are things that are probably $600, whatever, but there's a much cheaper one, much more, rather affordable is the better word.
What is the quality going to be? You get what you pay for.
Yeah, but it's going to be just as good. It's just not going to have the same name brand.
I don't even know any name brands. That's literally, I asked somebody.
That's usually what you're
today,
paying for is name brands.
I was like, where do you even buy furniture and interior stuff that isn't like for crazy rich people? Like, how does this even work? Where do you go? I don't want to go to Target because then it looks like you got it from Target, and everything from Target looks the freaking same. You know what I mean?
Hey, you can say the same thing for IKEA.
Yeah, well, I don't go to either of those places.
But
so
you got to get little something from Target, little something from IKEA, little something you might find over at Walmart, little something else you might find at Home Goods. I'm not the expert here. I'm repeating what I've heard from Katie. All right? I don't know a damn thing.
How does this sound, though? That's
how she gets me.
This is where I have issues.
Okay.
I'm like, going to all those places, I have been living a life that's so anti all of that BS forever. I'm like, I'm going to decorate my whole house freaking Home Goods?
Yeah, but here's the thing.
What?
Are you still living that life where you avoid all those things?
Good point.
You're not. According to you, you're not in that world anymore. So you're an adult. You're not
watching
21.
babies and stuff. Oh man, Lil Kim was so great. I cannot get over how great your son is. You guys have done such a great.
You trying to flip the subject back
a little bit? Well,
he's so sweet.
I always flip it back to me. Let me just flip it back to you for once.
No, it's all good. You used to be in state talking about your Dora the Explorer comforter on your bed or something. little kid bed or whatever you got.
Well, the comforter, okay, I tried to be so I was once doing a spot at a furniture store that we had I had to do a work remote, right?
Yeah.
And there was this bedspread that was on sale from $700, and I got it for like $120 because they were doing a liquidation sale.
Okay, great. Yeah.
And I was like, this is nice as fuck.
Yeah.
Yes. I bought it. It keeps me so hot. I sweat, and it wakes me up in the middle of the night. So this nice thing I can't use. So I'm like, and it's even too heavy to like pull on and off every day. It's like a hassle.
Is it a top, or is it like a duvet, or is this like a comforter?
I don't think you're actually really supposed to use it. You're supposed to like look really good, but I started using it.
See, that's why. Also, it's summer, so.
Well, I don't use
even
it
more
now. I'm
reason
using it something else. Anyway, the whole thing. I bought a new bed. It arrives this Thursday. Wish me luck.
Did you buy the mattress?
No. So here's the deal. So I have a queen now, but I want a king. So I bought a king size bed because the size, they were out of queens. Regardless, I was like, well, I want a king
Time to
anyway.
upgrade. Yeah.
Time to upgrade. So if I like the actual bed frame and it's not cheap, I got it from Wayfair. There's something about me that's like, it might be cheap as fuck. So if it is quality, I've never bought from there before. So if it is good quality, then I'm going to keep it. And I really like it. It's yellow, my favorite color. Thanks for listening. I'll let you know how it goes. I really want to
keep us updated. I want to see like what if you think it's cheap. And yeah, like you can just ask people. We have so many people around us that have the eye for that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think you could get help. You know what I mean? And we were talking about this like on the show last week, I think. Like certain zodiac signs. You're a Cancer, and you always...
I'm not good at this.
For interior design, Cancers always reach out and get inspiration from someone or ideas or whatever the hell.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, we got people around you that can help you out.
My whole vibe
I'm not
is
one of those people, but...
all white with spirit colors. You're not one of those people, but I think Katie might be.
Oh, yeah, she is for sure. You just tell her like what you're looking for or what you think you might want.
And then plan a day. The last time I went to IKEA, I got so overwhelmed. We stopped and got a drink on the way.
That's
And then-
right. Yeah.
And because I was like, I can't handle this. I started to like legit like,
You need power people around you.
yeah, Kay's a power
Like a
person
power
for sure.
interior design person that will help you not get overwhelmed by any of that.
Okay.
It'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Thank
You'll
you
get
so
rid of that
much.
Dora the Explorer bed frame in no time.
The stuff that's gonna break real easily.
All right. Peace and love.
Whatever it is you do today, make yourself proud. And thank y'all for listening. Like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends. We love you.